Welcome, everybody, to the Infernal Brotherhood of Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders, Episode 1 review of Resistance.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
This was a thing.
This was a thing, officially.
Yeah. I gotta say, first impression, I'm actually really, really surprised. All the other series, Clone Wars and Rebels, first season just didn't do it for me, especially the first few episodes.
Yeah.
But this one, I was hooked immediately. I don't know if it's my bias or whatnot, but yeah, I was in immediately.
All right, well, let's talk about the plot of this episode really quick, because it starts with the main
Yes, the main character
is
Xiono. Yeah, there we go. That last one.
Or Kaz for short, for those of us challenged with speaking. He's a straight up New Republic pilot.
Yeah.
Which I did not think that they would have. I don't know, all of the cartoons and stuff led me to believe he was like a brand new kid who's wanted to get into flying. I didn't realize he was like an established New Republic pilot. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from all the teasers and stuff. And it's nice to see that side of it too, because we didn't get that in the movies. Because at that point, I mean, I guess, let's see, this is before episode 7, but they had pretty much militarized at that point, from my understanding with the books.
Yeah, this timeline seems a little fuzzy to me, because Mon Mothma was speaking to demilitarizing way back after they destroyed the Empire in the first place. Like, she was saying, we don't want to build up a fleet because we want each system to, govern themselves in freedom and restore the old republic, not have another military might. And yet we clearly have a New Republic like combat unit.
Yeah, and it's crazy too, because I was a little curious of the timeline until I guess I'm skipping way ahead to episode 3, but the talking about the main boss guy being at the Battle of Jakku.
Right. Yeah.
That completely messed me up. I didn't realize where we were timeline wise.
Yeah, I'm still a little hazy, to be quite honest, but I'm sure it'll clear. It's before episode 7, so I guess that's the most important thing. A couple months before it, anyway. So it opens with this really wonderful starfight scene between one new TIE interceptor and
oh my god,
which looked awesome, and this new. I keep forgetting the name of the New Republic for some reason. New Republic crew, and Kazuda sacrifices himself so everyone else can get away by facing off or facing down a dogfight style with this TIE interceptor, who he himself gets kind of precariously screwed until Poe Dameron comes and saves him. And there's clearly an understanding of who the Resistance is, who the New Republic is, who the New Order is, who Poe Dameron is. Like, Kazuda, the main character, knows all of this. So there's no secrets going on, which I thought it was a big secret.
Yeah, I figured it was at least like a super fringe group. At least that's how the movies had set it up. So that was quite surprising, especially because he'd just go right into taking orders from somebody in the the whatever,
the Resistance, the
rebels.
Well, and that's what
rebels.
That's what was so strange about it, because it sets up this initial combat sequence. Poe Dameron comes and rescues Kazuda, and then Kazuda immediately hands over intel, but no one knows why the New Republic was collecting intel on the First Order when the New Republic didn't have any actionable resistance against the New Order.
Well, and
that's why the Resistance exists.
Yeah, I didn't realize that didn't make any sense. Why the hell they'd be sharing information? Because that's solely what they were on, like, in that area for, was to deliver information to the Resistance.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah. So, but I did like seeing Princess Leia. I thought that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the voice was. Did we hear her voice in this one?
I believe
I heard it in a TV spot, but I don't remember in this episode particular. I also have a cold, so I'm sorry, guys. My head is a little fuzzy right now. But this is the actionable moment that sets this series into motion, because this is where Poe hires or convinces Kazuda to become a spy for the Resistance. And I guess there's no such thing as organization with the New Republic, because he just abandoned his post.
Well, I mean, at their core, they're still rebels, so it just makes sense.
Yeah, I just thought, as far as like a military unit, I mean, he's got an expensive piece of machinery. Like, what happened to that? It's still on the freighter? Yeah. Like, did the Resistance return it to the New Republic? I don't know what that relationship is. It's weird. Is the Resistance a secret entity right now within the New Republic still?
That's kind of what it seems like to me.
Strange.
Like, that's the only reason. Like, that's the only way I could rationalize this whole setup of the story.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was at one point, just like the whole Rebel Alliance being, a part of the Empire before it was out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, after that inciting incident with the TIE Interceptor, which gets away into light speed, hyperspace, which is interesting because most TIEs do not have that technology, they travel to a sort of fueling station called the Colossus, and this is really the setting of the entire series. Did you feel like they did a really good job or an average job of setting up this location?
Yeah.
I didn't really. Right. Yeah, there was no actual danger.
It's like, hey, we're gonna go here, but don't be a douche because they'll kill you. But nobody kills him.
Yeah, there's no real consequence.
He's overtly a douchebag.
Yeah. Like a bumbling idiot. Like he's constantly screwing around and screwing up. But he was a pilot for the... I just don't understand. Like, is he like a seriously good pilot, or is he a fuck up? Like, how can you be both?
It's... I want to say it's episode 3 that it's kind of talking about, but... or talked about, rather... his dad's a high up senator or something. I forget exactly, and essentially bought his way in.
Yeah.
So he is just a straight up buffoon that got put into a position that he shouldn't have been put in.
I did like that tease where he comes from an established family. The family is of significance, which I think is probably going to be a plot point later on, because they didn't show the dad's face. But I can't help but think we've seen him before in Rebels, and if not Rebels, in Clone Wars. Well, that would be way too long, so it has to be Rebels. Either way, he's going to be a familiar face, I bet. There's going to be issue with that. But so I just want to talk about the Colossus really quick, because that's really the whole point of this, is we get to meet Team Fireball. We get to meet all the different personalities within this team briefly. And then we get to see Kaz in action, trying to sort of, work his way out of a massive misunderstanding that he is continually having with Niku Vozo, who takes everything literally, very much like a Guardians of the Galaxy Drac without the muscles.
Yes, and personality.
yeah, exactly. So the team consists of course, now Kazuda, Xiono, Nico Vozo, which is this green alien. I don't know exactly what species he is. I can look it up really quick. I don't actually see his species listed here. Nikto. It's a Nikto. Which I guess makes perfect fucking sense for his stupid name. Tam Rivora, she's a mechanic for Team Fireball. Jarek Yeager is the leader of Team Fireball, which you'll learn a lot more about in episode 3. Bucket, R1J5, which is a really funny R2 sort of composite unit without a shell, which I thought was awesome.
Really? I hated it.
Oh, really?
It's like, don't give me a naked astromech. That's just weird. And why of everything? Oh, okay, he's naked, but here, let's give him a helmet.
Yeah, he wears a piloting helmet. That's just so stupid.
I mean, I'm sure it'll grow on me, but still.
And this entire Colossus platform, it's supposed to be a refueling station, but really, it looks like it's just a pilot station. Like, there's constant races going on between the different pilots on this station, and the Fireball team is named after the piece of shit starfighter or starship, the Fireball, which, as they say so lovingly during the episode, it it just blows up every time it's trying to be used because they always have shit for parts.
Yeah.
Which, puts him at a fairly low disadvantage compared to where he's used to being, because his dad can always come in and pay for things and get it taken care of for him. Now he's in a situation where he can't rely on that anymore. So he's going to have to learn to, manage through his own wits. And through the second and third episodes, you really do get a sense of him trying to work through problems by making deals with people, and then deals for other people to get the thing for that first deal. And it kind of reminded me of Han Solo in that aspect, where he's constantly trying to make a deal in order to get to the original solution.
Yeah. Just not nearly as charismatic.
Nowhere near as charismatic.
Like, this is what would happen if Han sucked.
Yeah. So really the entire first episode could be, it's 2 episodes back to back, but the whole point is how Kaz gets put into a spy position on the Colossus. Supposedly there's an informant for the First Order, which you'll learn in subsequent episodes, at least one of them, tangentially. And then what life is like on the Colossus, what the dynamic is between the other residents, the other ace pilots, and this individual Fireball unit. And as far as success goes, I think it is aimed at kids, but for the sake of what it is, I enjoyed it. I didn't, I wanted to see episode 2 once I finished episode 1. So
yeah, it was like I said in the intro. It was better starting than I had expected.
Yeah.
So I'll keep coming back to it.
So looking forward, is this something that you're excited to learn about, how the Fireball team interacts with the First Order, or how the spy dynamic progresses, or what are maybe the biggest things that you're anticipating?
Well, I mean, spoiler alert for future episodes, but I'm really excited to see the First Order via like the officers versus main command.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll get into it in future episodes, but yeah, like there's so much room for fringe characters in the First Order to be put into this, and that's what I'm really hoping they do with this, is give them a bigger presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I hope. I have a feeling it's going to, like we're going to discuss in the other episode, reveals, because we've already seen the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a sort of arm reach away. There's going to be like a 2-person distance between Team Fireball and the actual First Order. At least it seems that way. There's always going to be a middleman between them. And I don't know how many episodes Star Wars is to have the good guys v the bad guys, not the good guys through, I don't know, a median pirate to the bad guys, spoiler.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But we saw Starkiller Base in its prime. Awesome. We saw some really wonderful First Order starships, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
I don't know. For that, I think it was worth the price of admission for the first episode. So.
Oh yeah, honestly, just that TIE fighter alone. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, to have a mix up of like Cardinals armor mixed with Republic Commando mixed with a TIE fighter pilot. Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, super, super fucking cool. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode review. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to have more reviews as they are released by Star Wars. And, of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can always send them to theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com. You've been listening to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. May the Force be with you, people.
Stuff.
Wake up, Princess Mimi. Princess Mimi.